Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Banter in the Box. Perrin Awakened is your Game Week 9 review. A massive week in the Family Fantasy Football League. Four managers going into the transfer market in Game Week 9. One of them becoming the second manager this season to spend £5 million on an Oiti's Mind tactical gambit, which allowed him to purchase a player that already belonged to another Family Fantasy Football League side. Two managers achieved personal highest weekly totals in game week 9, and there were loads of changes in the table, and that's led to a bumper edition of Banter in the Box this week. And the banter finally kicked off as well on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group, which was great to see. We've got your game week 9 winners and losers, four winners all picking up a manager of the season point, four losers all losing a manager of the season point. Your normal player review. Another addition to the Wall of Shame, playing the long game. We got a quote of the week and a meme of the week and an FFFL Cup preview. This weekend sees game week 3 of the Family Fantasy Football League group stage. I'll be giving you my predictions, play along at home, and a manager of the season update. It was worth 3 manager of the season points if you could correctly predict the 3 managers pictured, but to get the 3 points you had to get all 3 managers correct. So your game week 9 winners, take a bow. Norfolk and Chance FC manager Angela Addis climbed one place to 14th in the table. You have to go back to the 19th of August 2021, over 4 years ago, for the last time Ange was as high as 14th in the table. Take a bow, Edie's 11, Ryan Perrin. He's having a season to remember. Climbed another place up to 8th in the table. You have to go back to the 6th of December 2018, almost 7 years ago, for the last time Ryan was as high as 8th in the table. Take a bow, the Musketeers. Climbed another place up to 4th. All the years that Sarah Goodwin has been in the Family Fantasy Football League, this is the first time she's ever been as high as 4th in the league table. But the biggest game week 9 winner, take a bow. Yours truly, Chairman's Choice, who rose 2 places to 11th in the table after picking up a first weekly win with 69 points, and that is a personal highest weekly total for me. 1 manager of the season point for those 4. Your game week 9 losers, hang your head in shame. Rayleigh Rovers manager Simon Hoxby fell 2 places down to 3rd. His 8-week stay at the top of the Family Fantasy Football League is finally over. 2 managers went for the strategy of putting all their eggs in the Chelsea basket. I did say at the start of the season that it was a gamble going for the Club World Champions, because I wondered whether the Club World Championship would take its toll on the Chelsea squad as the season progressed. The other manager that went down with that strategy is Chelsea fan, great Uncle George Clockhouse Rangers, and we've seen him tumble down the league table as the season has progressed. Simon has been clinging on to top spot for the last few weeks. He's been top all season long, but this week he was finally toppled. Hang your head in shame. Ostrich Bar Stewards manager Steve Maloney fell another place, down to 15th in the table. He hasn't been as low as 15th since the end of the 23-24 season. And his wife isn't doing much better. Di Maloney was the biggest fallers in game week 9, tumbling 4 places down to 16th. But the biggest game week 9 loser, and it's a bit of a surprise, Benny United manager Mark Benwell fell 1 place down to 5th after being the lowest scorers in game week 9 with just 8 points. The wheels have fallen off well and truly. You have to go back to the end of the 23-24 season for the last time Benny United was as low as 5th in the table. Actually, I don't think that's right. I'm sure Mark's was lower than 5th last season. Ignore that last bit. So, top goalkeepers in the Family Fantasy Football League. Well, here they are. And David Raya has had another good week, cementing his place as the best goalkeeper in the league so far. Vicario has emerged as the challenger. Sorry, he had another good week. He's gone second in the list of top goalkeepers. One manager has snapped him up. Petrovic of Bournemouth has had a good week. He and Royce of Sunderland are still available for selection, albeit at a premium £11 million. And despite Forest struggling in the relegation zone, Sells has emerged as the joint 10th best goalkeeper in the league, and he's still available for transfer, hefty £9 million. Top defenders, well, Gabriel has had another good week, high scoring defender in the league. Two managers have gone for him. Munoz of Palace has had another good week. He is still available for selection. It will cost you £15 million, which is very expensive for a defender. Van der Ven had the best week of all the defenders, third highest scoring defender in the league now. Three managers have got him, but there were loads of the top performing defenders doing well this week. Gahey, Timber, Lacroix, Porro all had good weeks. Dan Burn of Newcastle has appeared in the top 10 now. Still available for selection, albeit at a cost of £13 million. And Cash had a great week as well with 11 points. One manager's got him. He's a bit of a bargain at £8 million. Top midfielders. Well, it's still Fernandez out in front at the top midfielder in the league, closely followed by Chelsea colleagues Neto and Caicedo. The only midfielder in the top 10 who is available for selection is Paulina of Spurs, who's had a good week, but he is an eye-watering £20 million if you want to take a gamble on him. Difficult finding top players that are available throughout the league, but midfielders especially. And your top strikers, well, it's still Erling Haaland out in front, despite an off week by his standards. 10 managers now have Erling Haaland in their team. Gyökeres still available for transfer, third highest scoring striker, £25 million. Down the bottom of the list, Ekitike is still available for transfer again, £25 million. But Welbeck had another good week for Brighton, has now emerged as one of the top strikers in the league, and £15 million is a bargain for a striker if anyone wants to have a dabble with him. Good weeks also for Waltemada, the most expensive player in the league at £26 million. Legends 23 has got him. He's the seventh best or joint sixth best striker in the league. Wall of Shame. Here are all the people that have appeared on the Wall of Shame this season. We've got Edie's 11's Ryan Perrin, Gobi Desert Canoe Club manager Pops Hoxby, No Happy Endings manager Di Maloney. They all selected invalid teams at the start of the season, along with the big Boster Coglis manager Niall Ponsford. And since then, Mark Benwell has appeared in the Wall of Shame not once, but twice. Once for entering an invalid team at the start of the season, then he made an invalid transfer. And then this week, we had another addition after a manager tried to make a transfer and got their sums wrong and overspent. So the transfer was void. And that manager is, well, believe it or not, it was Mark Benwell again. His third appearance on the Wall of Shame this season. That is embarrassing. Playing the long game. Now, as you all know, every month £5 is available for being crowned manager of the month. And here we are at the end of October. And at 11:59 this morning, Keith Simons was top of the October manager of the season table by 1 point ahead of the Creed Bratton Society and was ready to scoop that £5. But 1 minute later, the October manager of the season table looked like this. Why? Because Keith made a transfer in game week 9, obviously a cost of 10 points, and it handed the Creed Bratton Society the manager of the month for October award. No doubt Keith is playing the long game. He's not worried about manager of the month. He's in it to win the league as he's been flying up the table since his poor start to the season. And he wasn't going to delay that transfer just to pick up £5 for a manager of the month award. Quote of the week. Well, the banter has finally kicked in. It's great to see. It's been way too quiet. Last week's banter in the box, I revealed that defending champion Greece Lightning manager Alexi Lagos was keeping the league trophy in his downstairs toilet slash utility room, and I asked you to comment. Well, Mark Benwell went big when I suggested that should he be docked points. He said, not just docked points, kick him out of the FFFL. Disgrace. Unbelievable. And bringing the game into disrepute. I think he means disrepute. Hold your head in shame. Well, that was Mark's faults. But Rayleigh Rovers manager Simon Hoxby waded in with this. Mate, you're on the wall of shame every week. Hold your head in shame. Brilliant comeback from Simon there, and that earned him a manager of the season point for the quote of the week because it made me laugh. And then we had a meme of the week because the Creed Bratton Society's Jordan Williams finally ended Rayleigh Rovers' 8-week run at the top of the table as Jordan went top of the Family Fantasy Football League for the first time this season. And the Jose Marino loving Jordan Williams posted this on the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. It was a meme of Jose telling everyone to shush with the message, I'm back. Well, to be honest, Jordan, you've been up there all season. You've never really been away. But love memes in the Family Fantasy Football League Facebook group. One manager of the season point for you, Jordan. FFFL Cup preview. As I said, game week 3 this weekend. Group 1 sees a top of the Group 1 clash. The second placed Edie's 11 play top of the league and top of Group 1, the Creed Bratton Society, who have played 1-1 in the Cup so far. Both in form, but I think this is going to go to the Creed Bratton Society. I say Jordan's played 1-1-1. He might have played 2-1-2. He's got a 100% record, and he's going to seal his place in the knockout stages this weekend. And fourth place, Chairman's Choice, play bottom of Group 1. No happy endings. Sorry, Di, but I'm going to smash you this week. An easy win for Chairman's Choice is what I'm predicting. Group 2 sees second place Benny United playing bottom of the table, Error 404. Benny United 5th in the league table, Error 404 12th. But I think Error 404, who've just gone into the transfer market, are going to win this one. And Anders FC, bottom of the league table and fourth in Group 2 with a 100% record. They play top of Group 2, I've Got a Life, who have also got a 100% record in that group. These two are really struggling in the league. Anders FC, bottom of the league table, I've Got a Life 18th. And I think this is going to be a win for Anders FC, who went into the transfer market this week. Stephen Lee was the second manager to use an It Is Mine tactical gambit, so he could bring in Haaland, the highest scoring player in the game this season. And that's why I think Anders FC is going to win that cup match. Group 3 sees high-flying the Musketeers taking on the Willow Tree winners. The Musketeers, fourth in the league and third in Group 3, playing the Willow Tree winners, 19th in the league and bottom of Group 3. This is going to be an easy win for the Musketeers. And Legends 23, top of Group 3, play Gobi Desert Canoe Club, who are second in Group 3. Both these managers have a 100% record so far in the Cup. Something's got to give, and I think it's going to be Legends 23 who take this one to cement their place at the top of Group 3. And in Group 4, Dimmy's Dynamos, second in Group 4, are playing Struggling Clockhouse Rangers, 17th in the league and bottom of Group 4. This is going to be an easy win for Dimmy's Dynamos. And fourth place in Group 4, Norfolk and Chance FC are playing third place Rayleigh Rovers, who have a 100% record in Group 4. But their form is patchy. I think it'll be close, but I think Norfolk and Chance FC are just going to edge this one. And Angela's fantastic season will continue. Fantastic season by her standards. Who the fuck is that? 3 current Family Fantasy Football League managers were pictured there, and 3 managers had a guess. Benny United manager Mark Benwell thought that that was a picture of Dimmy's Dynamo's manager Meg. I've got a life manager Mops Hoxby, and the Creed Bratton Society manager Jordan Williams. Dimmy's Dynamo's manager Meg Hoxby also had a guess, and she made the same selection. And hold the phone, Edie's 11 manager Ryan Perrin had a guess. I think this is the first time Ryan's ever had a guess at the who the fuck is that. And Ryan went for the same 3 managers, Megan, Mops Hoxby, and Jordan Williams. Well, I can reveal that all 3 of those guesses, obviously, because they were all the same, were absolutely correct. It was indeed a picture of Mops Hoxby, Megan Hoxby, and the Creed Bratton Society. And all of that means the top of the manager of the season table looks like this. Jordan Williams goes joint 8th for being a game week. For getting the meme of the week. Simon Hoxby stayed joint 6th. He got 1 point for the quote of the week, but then lost it for being a game week 9 loser. I go joint 6th for being a game week 9 winner. Ryan Perrin goes joint 4th for getting the who the fuck is that. Megan closes the gap on Sarah Goodwin to just 2 points for getting the who the fuck is that correct. Mark Benwell is net positive, picked up 3 points for getting the who the fuck is that. Lost a point for being a game week 9 loser. Lost another point for appearing on the wall of shame. So he only picked up 1 point, and he would have gone joint top. He would have got clear top if he hadn't appeared on the wall of shame. But he would have gone joint top, but for the fact that Sarah Goodwin was a game week 9 winner, so she's still clinging on. So manager of the season table, manager of the season trophy as things stand, but it's really close. The manager of the season this season, just 2 points separating the top 3, and the chasing pack not far behind, which is great to see. Your chance to earn manager of the season points, other than memes, quotes of the week, funny photos, etc., etc. 1 manager of the season point on offer if you can tell me which current Family Fantasy Football League manager is pictured there. And if you can tell me the body part, I'll give you a bonus point. So 2 possible manager of the season points. No points for the body part if the manager is wrong. You only get the bonus point if you get the manager selection correct. So that is your game week 9 review. I'll be back next week to reveal how the cup went this week, and hopefully loads more banter to share. Until then, everyone, take care. Bye-bye.